Hey guys. All right. First politics show of the day. Let's see who shows up, how long it takes. I got a lot of shit to do today, so I don't know how long I can be on here. Who's the one person? Miss Can't Be Wrong, Pat Travellino, Ada, War, who is it? Whoever the two of you are now, hit the like button. Oh, and there's a third one. Please hit the like button. Tell me if you think Trump supporters are brainwashed. I know I do a lot of these shows where I ask the same question, but that is the question, right? That's what's important to know because, Trump isn't even really the problem. His supporters are. So we got to get to the bottom of this. I love seeing Trump supporters who are clearly brainwashed saying that they're not brainwashed. It's hilarious to me, actually. But many people who are brainwashed, I mean, they don't know they're brainwashed, right? That's what being brainwashed is all about. If you knew it, you wouldn't be brainwashed. A lot of talk about this Epstein email about Trump and Bubba, huh? Hey, Miss Can't Be Wrong. How the fuck are you? Good to see you. All four of you, hit the like button immediately, and please subscribe if you haven't already. 4 people. This can't be wrong. I'm really fucking with my day here. I should be out and about right now. I shouldn't be doing this. But it is my job. Got to do my job. Eight people. We're killing it today. Come on, guys. Somebody in the chat speak. I know there's a Trump supporter who wants to express themselves somewhere in here. I know. There is. There has to be. Do you find nights are better for these shows? Not necessarily. I mean, my biggest show was like, oh, what the fuck is this all about? My biggest show was like at 1:15 in the afternoon. I started it, and most of my biggest shows are either between like 1 and 3, or I should say 1 and 4, or between like 5 and 7. So it just depends. Sometimes nights are better, but I don't think it's like a general rule like that they always are. And yeah, Miss Can't Be Wrong, this is how they all start out. Sometimes it takes 20 fucking minutes to get a decent crowd, but then you see how it goes after that. Once you get, up to like say 100 people, and in no time you'll be up to 200, 300, 400, 500. All 20 people, please hit the like button and subscribe. This is a show about Donald Trump and his supporters, who I believe are brainwashed. If you agree or disagree with me, please comment. And of course, hit the like button and subscribe. The more you guys hit the like button, the faster we'll get a crowd in here. Hurry up. The crowd will come. They always do. Always do. Yep. William agreed. You agree that they're brainwashed? Yeah. No doubt, William. They are. They are. Can't convince them of it. But again, that's part of being brainwashed, Kev Dog Sauce. What's going on? How you doing? 34 people now. Okay. Now we're going to be moving. Kev Dog Sauce, I forget where you stand exactly. Do you think a boy can become a girl? I'll wait for your eloquent response. Have you heard my response before? Yeah, no, absolutely not. I mean, I guess people can have sex changes, But, and as far as I'm concerned, just my opinion, if you were born a boy, you'll always be a boy, and vice versa. What the fuck is with all the trans questions? That's all these people think about because they're most likely all trans. They have this shit on their mind 24 hours a day. You'll never hear me bring up a trans issue. Never. You know why? It doesn't even cross my mind. Trans people, they don't even cross my mind. I never think about them. Oh, no, you see, you expected a different answer, but since I didn't answer it the way you wanted, but your party does. You are, too, spelled like a 12-year-old from 2008. You are. Nobody I know of, and I know nothing but Democrats, believes a boy can become a girl. Nobody. Not one person. And I have yet to hear any politicians say it or left-leaning podcasters or anyone. That's just what you guys have been, brainwashed into believing. You've been programmed. See, Trump knows how much dirt there is on him. He knows how corrupt he is. So what he had to do is brainwash you dopes into believing that anything negative that's said about him is crazy, it's a lie, or it's being said by somebody who is crazy and or lying. So, guys that don't like Trump also think a boy can become a girl by putting a wig on or a dress. That's what they convince you guys of. It's not actually true. You guys have been played more than any voter base in the history of America. Arthur Lee Kellerman, I'll give you one more chance. If you spam the chat one more time, the lovely Miss Can't Be Wrong is going to kick your ass right out the door over to Benny Johnson's channel. Bronx, New York in the building. Fuck Trump. That's right. See, it's good to see a New Yorker. That's what I tell people. I grew up in New York. New Yorkers don't like Donald Trump. They don't. They never did. Well, now I guess a lot of them do. But 80s, 90s, everybody knew what he was about. What does the Democratic Party? What does the Democrat Party bring? The Democratic, Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid, food assistance, unemployment, the 40-hour work week, infrastructure. Let me give you a full list. What are some Democrat policies throughout history? Limited federal government and states' rights. Wait a minute. No, that's where we're going back to the Dixiecrats. Social Security, labor rights, infrastructure and employment, financial regulation, civil rights, contemporary policies, great society programs, healthcare, the Patient Protection and Affordable Care Act, economic and social safety net, environmental protection, Social Security, gun control, recent initiatives. The Biden administration and congressional Democrats passed the American Rescue Plan Act, the Inflation Reduction Act, and the bipartisan infrastructure law, focusing on COVID-19 relief, climate action, job creation, and infrastructure development. Also, they didn't mention like the CHIPS and Science Act or the PACT Act or any of those things in there. So a whole hell of a lot. I love when you guys ask that question because there's a ton of answers. You just don't know them. It's just like when people say Kamala can't form a sentence, but you've never once listened to her speak. You just hear other people say that, so you say it. That's why you're brainwashed. You thought I was going to be like, there are no Democrat policies. Meanwhile, the majority of things you enjoy on a daily basis are all thanks to Democrats. You're just too dumb to realize it. If it was up to Republicans, there would be no unemployment. There would be no Social Security. There would be no Medicare or Medicaid, nothing. So again, you guys vote against your own best interests and you don't realize it. In Minnesota, they just put a trans person in charge of a woman. Which means you are a liar. Or it could mean I had no idea of what you're talking about. So how could you lie about something you don't know? And by the way, what does that mean? They put a trans person in charge of a woman. What if the trans person is more qualified than the woman? There's something wrong with that? You could change your gender, learn the science behind gender bender isn't the same as sex. You can't change. But gender you can. Me personally, Josie, I just disagree with you. FBS, can you list all the Biden policies for Tony? Oh, I just did many of them. The Inflation Reduction Act, the American Rescue Plan, the CHIPS and Science Act, the PACT Act, the bipartisan infrastructure bill, things like the Butch-Lewis Act, lowering prescription drug costs, all that type of stuff. Nobody likes dirty New Yorkers. Yeah, we're the dirty ones. Where you live, like Alabama or somewhere? You fucking filthy fuck. Both parties suck. The left wing and the right wing are just different wings of the same bird. Yeah, but with Trump in office, there's no comparison. You can't compare Republicans to Democrats. People get gender and sex confused. Trans people don't think they can change sex. Okay. It's come out that the Russia hoax was an Obama operation. 23 agents have come out. Oh, yeah? Why isn't Trump Biden, I'm sorry, Obama in cuffs yet? Because that's when they first told you the Epstein list doesn't exist in June, they told you Biden was going to be arrested, or Obama was going to be arrested any day now. What happened? And there was no Russia hoax. People went to prison because of the Russia hoax, as you call it. Like his people, Trump's people went to prison because of the Russia thing, Russian collusion, literally. Plus, James Comey never said that Trump was freeing, or who was it? Was it Comey? I forget. Never said that Trump had nothing to do with it. Never. So you have a serious case of TDS. Yes, tremendous dick syndrome. I certainly do. Cutting off your wiener and putting on lipstick doesn't mean no. Free, Democrat Party. No, I know, Steve, you'd much rather that all that money goes to the richest people in the country rather than the poorest in the country. That's another reason you're brainwashed, because chances are you are not a very rich person. And you don't even realize that, like when people like you bitch about your taxes being high, they're literally only high because of Republicans. Like, unless you're making at least over $400,000 a year, and that's not necessarily rich, but your taxes go up under Republicans. Okay. So you have no clue. Name a Democrat who has done anything near what President Trump has. I just did, Joe Biden. What has President Trump done? I'll tell you what, let's make it a question for you. Tell me what Trump has done. Give me a list of his policies. I'll wait. What's your name? I want to make sure I find your comment. Ray Phillips. Okay, Ray Phillips, tell me what Trump has done. Egbert, boot whistle 4105, obfuscate, obfuscation. I denounced the Talmud. Okay, all right. Well, thank you for the $2. We are not dirty. No, fuck no. Only brainwashed are the ones who say they trust the science but cannot define what a woman is. Well, I can define what a woman is, so. Politics in general are for the brainwashed. All trans people are mentally ill. There's been more Democrats involved in pedophilia than Republicans. Both sides don't care about it. Oh, okay. Well, name them. Go ahead, name them. I'm waiting. You know that Trump's spiritual advisor, Robert Morris, just got busted for pedophilia? You might want to look up Republican sex scandals, gay sex scandals, I'm sorry, and see what you find there. But if you're a Trump supporter and you think Democrats or even trans people are mentally ill, again, this is why you're brainwashed. You're literally brainwashed and you're mentally ill. I don't think you understand that. You're mentally ill if you think this orange-faced fucking moron, a lifelong Democrat, pro-choice Democrat from New York City, billionaire, gives a fuck about you, the working man. You're mentally ill. Politics and I read that. He literally said the city is cleaner than the country. No, I said city people. Well, at least that's what I meant. City people. Yeah. You hillbillies are dirty. You're just dirty people. You walk around barefoot and shit. It's fucking disgusting. The Democrats are also the party of death. They love abortion, which has taken the lives of millions of unborn babies in good conscience. I could never support that party. You don't give a fuck about babies, bro. Tony Lunders, you don't care about babies. You guys are so full of shit. You don't care about babies because if you did, you'd be worried about them after they're born, not just before they're born. You don't care about death either. You don't care about death either. You know, the death penalty. I'm sure you love the death penalty, right? So you don't. Republicans sending our brave men and women to war. You love that shit too. You know, if Trump starts wars with Mexico and Venezuela and shit, you're going to be waving your little Trump flag around, beating off. You're going to be so happy. You don't want food stamps. You don't want Section 8 housing. You don't want good education. You don't want anything for these kids you want born. You just want them born. Fact is that you're retarded and uneducated, so you can't debate. Instead, you censor and block, then laugh like the mentally ill person you are. Okay, you want a phone number to call right now? We'll debate. Let me know. Hey, did Ray Phillips ever mention some Trump policies? I bet you he didn't. Unless he said border. Where's Ray Phillips? What, did he go away? Oh, look, he's gone. Ronnie DeFelice, come on, pussy, grab the link. Let's do it. Or, I don't have a link, but I'll give you a number. Let's do it. How many milligrams of Adderall are you on? None. I'm 6.5 years clean and sober. I don't take anything of the sort. Dude, say something intelligent. Oh, I have been. Just because you don't understand it, because I use bigger words and stuff, don't get mad at me. You know? Just because I speak like a person with at least half a fucking functioning brain. I know you don't understand people that speak better than Trump, but hey. Our MAGA, the People Life Party. The People Life Party. What does that mean? No, anyone invested in politics and believe in the fantasy that a society is mentally ill, you could say murder is illegal, but is that going to stop the murderer? No, but that's a stupid it's a stupid thing to say. Anyone invested in politics. You realize that politics control the entire fucking world, right? Like the biggest issues in this entire world, not just the country, are political issues. So to say that anybody invested in politics is mentally ill is like, no, you just don't care about it. So why watch these shows and bitch and complain like a little girl if you don't like this shit? I don't support the death penalty. Is that right? Trump ends wars. Yeah, which ones did he end? Let me know. 63 million unborn eradicated since 1973 by Democrats. I think you made that number up. I'm pretty sure it could be 63 million, but it all depends. I'd have to look into the history more of it, but it was the Supreme Court that ruled on Roe versus Wade and made abortion federally legal. And again, you just don't even try to act like you care about kids. You don't care about kids. You don't care about anyone. You're a Trump supporter. The highest ranking politician to be a proven pedophile is Dennis Hastert, who was a Republican and the leader of the Senate under George W. Bush. There you go. Yeah, it's the Republicans are the sick fucks, not the Democrats. You're a horrible person. All right, well here, I don't want to make you hang out in a chat where a horrible person is the content creator you're watching. So I'm just going to go right ahead and block you. Yes, absolutely, of course, yeah. Oh, you never sent the number? Oh, here, 410. Hold on. 410-941-9850. There's the number. That's actually kind of funny. So I'm not even mad. Insults are the lowest form of intelligence. And you think it's me just insulting people, or have you looked at the chat? You sure it's not me just fighting back with the people who are calling me stupid and a libtard and mentally ill and everything else? Oh, thanks, Miss Campero. He thinks he is speaking intelligently, I would say, yeah. And you can call that number. You're on a doctor, so don't come on this platform and try to discuss medicine. Me? Are the people who are talking about abortion like as if they know it inside and out? Are they doctors? What do you mean? And don't tell me what to do, fuckface. Who are you? I'll do whatever the fuck I want. Get out of here, dickhead. Get the fuck out of here, fucking idiot. I'm in Cape Cod, Mass. New York people are dirty. Egbert, thank you for the $2, but no, you're not. And honestly, come on, bro. Massachusetts. How are New York people dirty? You're saying that I was dirty as a kid. My parents were dirty. All my relatives are dirty. You're saying like mafia guys are dirty because there's a lot of them in New York. The billionaires, it's probably the highest concentration of billionaires in any city in America. They're dirty. You know, the movie stars, all the fucking people that live in New York City, they're all dirty. It's a stupid ass thing to say, Egbert. Eventually I will. Highland Valor, $5. At least they get rid of harmful dyes in foods like Red 40, for example. You talking about who? Republicans? That's a good thing. I agree with getting rid of those dyes. Yeah, they definitely cause some problems like cancer and stuff. But if you're talking about RFK, I mean, that might be the only sane thing he's even considered doing. He is a lunatic who swims in raw sewage, was a heroin addict for 12 years, and has caused measles outbreaks that have killed children. You know that, right? Biden and like a little girl, a sexist thing to say. Okay, then I'm sexist. What do I care? I'm not politically correct. You think I'm a liberal or something? Fuck out of here. Yeah, I know. That's what I said. That's exactly what I said, literally. RFK is not what? You are the crazy one. RFK is not what? All political people are dirty. Most Hollywood people are dirty. So you just proved that point. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what I think when I see like Jennifer Aniston and Jessica Biel and like, huge male movie stars like George Clooney and people like that. I think Leonardo DiCaprio. I'm like, look at that filthy motherfucker. But people like in the hills of Alabama and stuff, they're just spiffy clean, you know? Yeah, you guys are fucking, your thinking is as ass backwards as could humanly be. Did Biden fire people for not being vaccinated? No. Who would Biden have fired? You think Biden could just fire people like all over the country, just like pick people and fire them? What are you even talking about? Yeah, gay. Yeah. I bet you wish I was, fuckface. You may not be a liberal, but you're retarded for sure. Okay, then just call that number and we'll find out who's smarter. 410-941-9850. Go ahead, guys. Yes, he is. He absolutely is. 30,000 federal employees. He did not fire 30,000 federal employees for not being vaccinated. Did Joe Biden fire 30,000 federal employees for not being vaccinated? I swear to God, everything you guys say is bullshit. Reports of Joe Biden firing 30,000 federal employees for not getting vaccinated are incorrect. While the Biden administration did use a vaccine mandate for federal workers in 2021, a federal court blocked its enforcement before any large-scale firings took place. The mandate was later revoked by President Biden in 2023. So there's that. By the way, you know that Donald Trump just got his booster shot when he went to Walter Reed like a month ago. You know that, right? You can actually look it up. You know who else got their COVID shots? Every Fox News personality. Every single one of them. You can look that up too. You guys have yet to say something that's actually true. Any Trump supporter in these chats. Yeah, no. Turns out you were wrong. Yes, there were actually lawsuits and people had to be rehired because they were not vaccinated. Except that there wasn't, Timbo Slice. There wasn't. I just looked it up. There wasn't. Hey, has your EBT been revoked? I don't know that word. It seems like one you just made up. But I've never gotten EBT in my life. His policies got people fired, even the military. Oh, so now we moved the goalpost. And it's not the COVID vaccine, since you were proven wrong. So you'll say it was his policies. Which policies got people fired from the military? Can you tell me which ones? Just out of curiosity. The fuck? What is this? Hold on. Guys, hit the like button and subscribe, please. It's very, very important, especially if you agree with me. It can't hurt, right? And then if you wouldn't mind sending a super chat or something like that, that'd be great. All right. Hello? All right.
To accept, press 1. To send a...
What's up?
Hey, I was just watching your stream. I wanted to. One of the things that just came up was that Joe Biden apparently fired 30,000 employees while he personally did not fire anyone for not being vaccinated.
Yeah.
It was actually, turns out that it was from a mandate that his administration mandate led to disciplinary actions and removals within federal agencies and inside the military for not being vaccinated.
Let me see. Because it just said that was shot down by the Supreme Court, right?
No, like I said, I was trying to call, so.
Okay. I got you, but I think you're incorrect. I'm going to look it up right now, but I think you're incorrect.
That's what I was doing as well. Like I said, I was trying to just fact check what I heard as well, because
I got you.
It's better if everyone, fact checks.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%.
But, I'm neither a left winger or a right winger.
Yeah.
Personally, myself, I figured it would be interesting to debate someone.
No, absolutely.
Unlike a lot of the people who, join debates to insult people, I prefer to do things a little more, not complacently, but in a way that actually makes people understand that, it's not a debate to be right. It's a debate to change opinions. And
well, that's impossible with politics. I try, but
with politics, it's hard, but people can change their minds. Obviously, when it came down to people debating on what the sorry, I'm kind of sick, so it's a little hard for me to truly formulate thought.
Did you take the vaccine?
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, good. So you were one of the people that were fired then?
No, not personally.
Well, listen, is there something specific you want to debate? Let's debate something so we can keep an audience here. What do you want to debate?
I'd like to debate the I'm sorry, like I said, I'm still kind of sick.
Well, let me let you go then, because if we don't keep it moving, I'm going to lose my crowd here.
All right, man.
Feel better, brother. Feel better, man. Peace. Sorry about that, but guys, you got to move it along, I lost I don't know how many fucking people since I took that call. Yeah, it does say 8,000 people, I guess, from military and stuff were let go because of Biden's vaccine policy. So not 30,000, 8,000. Listen, what can I say? Me and all of you would disagree on the vaccine in general. But I see absolutely nothing wrong with that. I think if people can't have respect for their fellow man, especially in the military, where you're supposed to take care of each other, look out for one another like brothers, you know. You're supposed to save each other's lives and not kill each other. I agree. They should have just taken it. It's my opinion. Undereducated lying rat you are. All right, well, here's the number: 401-951-9850. Call in. Tell me why Joe Biden didn't release the Epstein piles when he had them for 6 years. 6 years. I can name 3 judges that went against releasing them, all Democrats. Well, Biden was president for 4 years, first of all. And my question to you would be, why didn't Donald Trump release them in his first term before Biden? And by the way, the judges did not block the release of the Epstein files. The judges blocked the release of grand jury testimony from Ghislaine Maxwell's indictment. Okay, that's it. Donald Trump will do anything to keep those Epstein files sealed. That's why he could release them right now if he wants. But instead, he had Mike Johnson shut down Congress for 2 fucking months just so the Democrats couldn't force a vote. The Democrats are, as a matter of fact, right now, doing everything in their power to get the Epstein files released while Trump and the Republicans are hiding them. So grand jury testimony is not part of the Epstein files. It's not. What Trump did, he knew he had to appease you guys because you actually started thinking for yourselves for about 5 minutes after they came out and said, there is no Epstein list. And he got pissed off at it. And it was showing in polls and everything else. So Trump said, okay, let me throw the peasants something to appease them. So he went to an Obama-appointed judge, so he had even less of a chance of winning. And he asked the judge to release grand jury testimony, which is illegal for the judge to even release because Ghislaine Maxwell's case was under appeal. So that's the only reason he did that, was to appease you fools, because he knew. You know, that he could have you running around saying this because you never actually researched it. You think that was the Epstein files, and it wasn't. The Department of Justice has the Epstein files. The Democrats had 4 years to release them. Yeah, and Trump had several years too. Why didn't Trump release them? Go ahead, tell me, guys. Why didn't Trump release them in his first term? Go ahead. Guys, please hit the like button and subscribe. It's very important. And if you can, throw a super chat my way. Or if you want my Cash App, Venmo, and PayPal, I'm sure the lovely Miss Can't Be Wrong has already put it in the chat. According to Dems, there are over 100 Republicans that will vote to release, so it shouldn't be a problem to get them released. Well, no, because here's the problem. That's in the House. If it passes in the House, it goes to the Senate. Then you got to worry about how many senators will vote. And I don't even know what that number is. But then it goes to Donald Trump. And Donald Trump can just simply refuse to sign it and veto it, which is what he'll do. It's what he'll do. So the Republicans know. They don't care about pedophilia. They just know that this looks bad for them. Like, I'll give you an example, Robbie Gibbs. The discharge petition, which was put in place by Thomas Massie, a Republican, to try to force the release of the Epstein files, or at least force a vote on it, has 218 signatures. 4 of them are Republicans. 4. 114 or 214 are Democrats. Okay? So the only reason they're going to vote for it and go against their leader is because they know it's going to be on their record forever. And they don't want to have that on their record, that they voted no against releasing the Epstein files. So again, Biden DOJ didn't release the files because Ghislaine Maxwell was on trial and later appeal, and they never released the files of active investigation. Minnie, thank you. I don't know if you realize it or not, Minnie, but you just gave me exactly what I wanted. So then why weren't they released under Biden? Go ahead, Minnie. I'll wait. Go ahead, Minnie. Guys, please hit the like button and subscribe. The Senate can't release them. It goes to the House, the Senate, and then to the president, like any other law. So he won't sign them. He won't side them. And it won't destroy him. You know why, Robbie Gibbs? Look at the chat. These diehard Trump supporters, and I've even had them say this to me in these chats. They don't give a fuck if he molested children or raped young girls. They don't care. They just want him to deport Mexicans, basically. They don't give a fuck about any of that. They don't stand for anything. So it won't ruin him. He literally said, I could shoot people on Fifth Avenue in broad daylight and I wouldn't lose any voters. And he was 100% right. So this ain't going to cost him any voters. He'll just veto it and he'll come up with some excuse. He'll tell you, oh, it's a Democrat hoax. But then he'll tell you the Democrats are in them and they're going to be investigated, even though it's a hoax that they created, but for some reason implicated themselves in it. Makes no sense. Yeah, no, he didn't. Not at all. He doesn't have to. He could literally say right now, Pam Bondi, release them, and they get released just like that. Over 50 right-wing men arrested for the solicitation of minors last month alone. They are complicit. Oh, no doubt. Where's Minnie? Did she answer? Just told you they were actively investigating during Biden's administration. Wait a minute. Maybe I read your first comment wrong. Oh, I know, Bald Pab, I know. Where's your first comment? I thought you were saying under, hold on. Hold on, let me find Minnie's other comments. Son of a bitch. There's red and blue all over that list. Well, all we know of is red. We know of Donald Trump. He was named in the emails alone 1,686 times. We could speculate there's Democrats in there, and there probably is, but we don't know that. Anyway, Minnie, I don't know, whatever you said, I thought you said, because the bottom line is, just like when Trump was in office the first time, see, none of you asked, why didn't Trump release them? No, you jump right to Biden because you don't want to mention that Trump didn't release them either. Or either that or you don't know that this took place like in 2017, Trump's first year as president. So the files were there. The bottom line is during his administration and Biden's, there were ongoing investigations. There was Ghislaine Maxwell's case and trial. She was prosecuted under Biden. And then there was Ghislaine Maxwell's appeal. That's why they weren't released under Biden. Okay. And the files will be released soon. Then you'll just move to the next thing to complain about. No, Timbo Slice, no. We're worried about a large-scale pedophile ring ran by wealthy politicians and elite billionaires and stuff like that. That concerns us. I know it doesn't concern you. But, and by the way, we don't complain about shit just to complain about it. I know Fox News doesn't show you the shit that we see, but Donald Trump is a scumbag and everything he does hurts Americans. So we're not just complaining to complain. And I know none of you guys complained about Biden, right? You always gave him the benefit of the doubt, right? None of you guys were shouting like, let's go Brandon, and any of that horse shit. No, you guys were completely and totally fair to Biden, I know. Same reason they weren't released under Trump. Exactly. You're so full of shit, it ain't funny. You piece of shit Democrats will try anything. Hey, dumbass. You think if they had something on Trump, it would have been brought out 8 years ago? Did you just hear what I said, Jeff Ellis? You fucking dopey motherfucker. It couldn't have been. Now, see, his message to me, I'm full of shit and I'm a piece of shit. And then tell me again how I call people names. The crap you see is just propaganda. Oh, no, it's not. Anything you're a Trump supporter for sure. You spelled it Y-O-U-R in that context, dopey. No, but chances are you are, John. You're lucky you have a very common name. Otherwise, I'm sure I could find you on the Megan's Law list. You guys just, you don't care about anything. You know what I mean? You don't care about pedos. You don't care about any of that shit. You're sick people. You know what I mean? You're sick people. Let me see. Trump is a PDF file. Yes. There you go. Bald Pab. Biden was an idiot. Was he? Compared to who? Trump? Trump, the guy that speaks on a third grade level, can't remember his own name half the time. That guy? Okay. Yeah, I don't watch CNN. I would tell anybody, don't watch CNN either, or SMNBC, or MSNBC, or MS Now, or whatever they call it now, this new name, or Fox. No, I would say don't watch any of it. Yeah. It's crazy their hate for minorities overrides their desire to protect kids. LOL. MAGA and morals don't go together. No. Biden should not have ever been in office to begin with. Why is that? Tell me why. He was elected, right? I could call you a pedo. Would that make it so? No, absolutely not. Lick that cone for daddy. Here we go. Telling there's a lot of gay, and there's nothing wrong with being gay, but they lie about it. A lot of gay closeted Trump supporters. If you notice, many of them will come in with comments like this. First of all, they as grown men, they call another grown man daddy. And they constantly have gay sex and transgender people on their mind. Just saying. Hope your papers are in order. I would hope so, since I was born in Queens, New York, to Italian parents who were also born right here in the U.S. I would think they are. I would think they are, stupid ass. You guys really think I'm Mexican or some shit, do you? The complete and total lack of an accent and stuff, that doesn't make you think I might be, American? I guess not. I guess you guys see anybody with olive skin and you're like, he's a fucking Mexican, you motherfucker. However you talk, you hillbillies. They don't care. They're brainwashed. They're devoid of morality because they are loyal to their king. It's hilarious. Yeah, 100%. TDS is what maggots have that keep them kissing Trump's boots. It's honestly amazing how they are so cultist openly. Yes, yes. The people in the chat are defending Trump, yes. Really, you thought Biden was competent as a president while he was smelling little girls' hair, trying to feel up women's skirts? Wow. You didn't just say one thing that never happened. You said two things that never happened. He was nothing but a walking empty suit, is nothing but a KKK asswipe. Oh, Biden was in the KKK. It's amazing that entire comment is made up from top to bottom. You could look up, you could simply Google, did Biden ever sniff children? And what you're going to see is no. Any videos that show that were manipulated to make it look and sound that way. Reaching up women's skirts, never even heard such a thing. Although Donald Trump was found civilly liable for sexual assault. Has spoken about wanting to fuck his daughter since she was a little girl. Speculated on whether or not his 4-year-old at the time, Tiffany Trump, would have big titties like her mother. Looked at a 10-year-old girl and said, I'll be dating her in 10 years. And some other stuff. So, and oh, by the way, since you mentioned feel up women's skirts, this is the guy who said that even without permission, he just grabs women by the pussy. So that would be sexual assault there. And it could be reaching up women's skirts. So try again. Sure I can. Sure I can. No, not generally think he was incompetent. No, because I know better. You guys don't know anything about what Biden did. You have no clue. He passed more policies that were helpful to Americans than Trump will even by the end of his second term. You don't understand. You don't know his policies. And Donald Trump is a fucking blithering moron. The fact that you guys don't see it is astonishing to me. This is a guy who got elected on hatred, racism, and hatred for gay and transgenders. That's why you fucking guys elected him. Biden sucked on the border. There you go. See, I can admit when Biden sucked at something. He got so old and senile, his brains were leaking out of his ears. I have no problem saying that. I'm not devoted to Biden. I couldn't give two shits about Biden. But when you try to compare him to Trump, I got to, give you a little bit of information. I got to school you a little bit. Because you guys still can't give me a list of Trump's accomplishments. I'll be waiting. If Trump is so innocent, why has he refused to release the files that would exonerate him? Nobody who is innocent wants records to verify it to come out. Yeah, listen, the fucking guy, these people in the chat would be like, why didn't Biden release them? Meanwhile, Trump is currently not releasing them, and they don't ask about that at all. He makes a lot more of the taxpayer money golfing and housing Secret Service. Oh my God, he makes a fortune off of the presidency. He made $3.8 billion since January 20th of this year. He doubled his net worth. If Trump really gave Bill the sloppy, then Bill was our first gay president and Trump was the second. Mike Ramey, 100%, bro. All right, guys, listen, man, I never do short shows like this, but I'm far away from home right now. I'm in a different part of the country. I'm in a hotel as we speak, and I got a sick family member I have to go spend time with. So I got to end this show, but I'll be back on later tonight. Please hit the like button and subscribe on your way out, though. It would mean a lot to me. And hey, if you ever want to, if you enjoyed the show, there's a super thanks button you could hit after the show and donate a little something with a comment. All right, guys, have a good one. I'll see you later.